Recognizing the member for Langley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's an honor to rise in this House and to talk about the benefits of the Site C Clean Energy Project. And I'd just like to take a moment before I begin to thank my union brother, the member for Peace River North, for that very eloquent statement on the benefits of Site C. And many people might not know this about the member for Peace River North, but in addition to being a member of this House, he's also a member of the House of Labour and a member of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters Local 213, which is my old stomping ground. And, you know, Site C and the Site C Clean Energy Project, it's not just a benefit to the Peace region and Fort St. John, and it is, Mr. Speaker. It's a benefit to all of British Columbia and to working British Columbians. This project is providing over 4,500 family supporting jobs to folks all across BC. And, you know, I've, over the course of my life in career and since the start of the project and the build-up in 2016, have had the opportunity to speak to many folks working on the project. And I reached out to some of them just this past week. You know, I spoke with Trish Cavers, who's working on the main spillways contract, who's a medic from Grand Forks, who's working on the project with her husband, which means that the two of them, when they're on rotation, they get to spend time together off rotation in Grand Forks, contributing to that community and being a positive part of that community. And they even managed to get their daughter a job up on the project where she's training and learning to be a medic, and she's able to, because of the wages, she's able to save funds so that she can look at what she wants to do with her life and have the ability to do so, to go get an education or a trade and to better herself. You know, I spoke with Ralph Pear, a union brother, a member of Teamsters Local 213, you know, of the member from Peace River North. And Ralph is a front desk clerk at ATCO 2 Rivers Lodge, Mr. Speaker, and he's told me the same thing that I think everyone I've spoken to on that project or anyone who's seen that camp will say, is that the ATCO 2 Rivers Lodge is one of the most comfortable work camps in this country and stands heads and tails above almost any other project. Ralph was able to come back from Saskatchewan. He's a Vancouver Island native and live in BC, work on the project, and that allows him to spend more time with his grandson, which has been a huge benefit to himself. In addition, there are all the tradespeople and apprentices who are getting more than just a job on this project, Mr. Speaker. They are getting a trade, a career, a vocation. And I'm thinking of, you know, members of Operating Engineers Local 115, Irene Elliott, a 37-year-old single mother of two from Duncan, who's a first-year crane apprentice, you know, who's working alongside Samantha Glasgow Connolly, a 30-year-old journey person, friction crane operator from Port Alberni. You know, and there's a whole plethora of millwrights apprentices there working on the turbines and generators, as well as the gates and guides, Mr. Speaker. And I'm thinking of Cedric McDonald, Cullen Layton, Chantel Parley, Vanessa Supidis, Kyle Gleason, Steve Haxett, Shania Stonehouse. The women and men who are building this province, you know, who are getting their certifications and who are going to continue building this province, you know, for generations and decades to come. And this is especially important in light of the skilled trade shortage that is looming in this province, Mr. Speaker. And I just want to say a word, and this was really something that came to mind with me in many of my discussions with folks on the project, but speaking to Ms. Cavers, which is the culture of safety that BC Hydro and the contractors on the project has built is second to none. And, you know, they've been able to administer a vaccination program up there that's been rolling out quite well. And they've helped, you know, they have been so transparent. And Hydro as a client owner has been so transparent with their partners throughout COVID-19 in terms of bringing everyone to the table, working with them and making sure that there's buy-in to follow the safety protocols, that they've really been a leader in terms of these types of projects across Canada. And that's worth noting, and that's a credit to Hydro, that's a credit to the contractors, to the workers, and to all the labor unions involved. This project, and it's not just creating jobs for crane apprentices and millwrights and all types of folks. It's carpenters, it's electrical workers, you know, it's heavy equipment operators, Mr. Speaker. This project is helping so many families in this province put food on the table and put their heads on the pillow at night, knowing that they can go to bed and their family's future is secure. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.